Hi guys, you have got Kelly here and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be trying out something that I believe is new. I'm not sure how new it is, but it is the Magnif'eyes Jewel Rocks edition from Rimmel London. So I was in Walmart the other day picking up tampons and I was like, you know what? I have not perused the makeup aisle in Walmart in a long time, and I saw this and it said new on it, and I just thought that these colors were so pretty. It kind of reminded me of Subculture a little bit, but then with some like added blues, and yeah, I just thought it looked absolutely gorgeous, and it was $7.97, and I was like, I'm gonna try that. I very rarely will venture into drugstore eyeshadow, but I was like, you know what, this is calling my name. Let's try it out. Let's do first impressions on it and see just how good it really is. So without further ado, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So sorry if you can hear that like loud noise outside. Our neighbors have motorcycles. They just fired them up. And it's actually been like a few minutes and they're not stopping. So I'm just gonna keep going. I can't really keep waiting. So I primed my eyes with my Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. I'm gonna start with this golden shade right here, and I'm gonna take that on my 224 brush from MAC. So let's dip our brush and see if there's like a lot of fallout, which there's a little bit, but not much. Okay, it's actually pretty nicely pigmented, especially for like a golden color. I wasn't... Okay, she cute, she cute. She's also blending out very well. Alright, I'm excited. That's actually blending out really well. You can see it's like a little bit darker wherever you place your brush down first, but that kind of typically happens with a lot of shadows. So if you want to deepen up the other areas, just take a little bit more on your brush and sweep it through. And see, that kind of helps to even the color out. But that's actually a really pretty like mustard golden color. I like that a lot. I think on a 221, I'm gonna go in with this like peachy shade next. This guy right here. And again, not much fallout from that either. Like really barely any. I'm gonna focus this tighter in the crease. Oh, that's really pretty as well. Okay. I might have to pick a couple more of these up. I was expecting to like hate this shit. But we'll have to see with the shimmers too. Because this palette is mostly consisted of shimmers, so those aren't good then. Wow, that's actually a really pretty color. Like I feel like even just that with like a little something quick on the lid is actually like really pretty. The only thing that I feel like this palette is missing is it could use like one deeper color that's not this like deeper matte shade, that's not like this matte green, like maybe like a dark burgundy or something, just to like deepen up the crease a little bit more. I'll just take a little bit more of that orange. But I have a lot of that color, like deep burgundies or dark browns, and a lot of other palettes on also individually. And I don't mind having a palette where I have to like add a shade into. I know sometimes a lot of people want like everything in that one palette, but sometimes it's nice to, you know, get a palette of colors like this that you can incorporate with other products you already have. I'm going to take the brush that the palette came with, and I'm going to take this little sponge tip applicator, because these, even though they're so cheap, I feel like they always work so well with like metallic shades. They almost get like that same finish that you get when you apply it with your finger. And I'm going to take this cool shade right here. It's like a light gold green, like really pretty. And we're going to put that on the lid. Wow, that's actually really nice. It's going on easier than I thought it would. I thought I was really gonna have to like work to build these up or even like wet it with some Fix Plus, but that's going on pretty nice. This applicator, it does take a little bit more time to apply because it's like you put it down and then you gotta pick up more product and then put the product down, pick more up. So I think I'm just gonna go right in with my finger so I can cover a larger surface area faster. That's actually like really, really pretty. Okay, drugstore, stepping up your game. That's so cute. Alright, I'm going to take this matte green right here and I'm going to take it on the little fluffy end of the brush. And I think too, for $7.97, the fact that you get like a brush too is pretty cool. I'm going to smudge this first on the lower lash line on the outer corner. That's actually nicely pigmented too. And then we're going to start to buff it up a little bit. That's actually really pretty. And I'm not getting like any fallout either, like underneath my eyes, which I thought I might. I'm actually like very impressed right now. And just buff that up a little bit higher. Be careful not to blend it too far in with the orange because you don't want it to get too muddy. But just a little bit, just so the colors are like married together. Okay, I'm actually like really impressed, and I love Subculture, but I feel like this is like so similar, and a lot of people who struggled with Subculture, I feel like you could much easier create similar looks with that you want to make with that palette, but have a much easier time with this one because there's not as much fallout. They're blending very smoothly, and it's $7.97. How amazing is that? Wow, this is like super, super pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take the little fluffy brush and we're gonna take that dark green shade again and we're gonna buff this on the lower lash line. And this brush actually isn't that bad. I almost wish it had like a fluffy brush on this side instead of the sponge tip applicator, because you can just like use your fingers to apply the metallic shades, but this little smudger brush on this end is pretty good. And it's not the softest, but it's not bad. And then I'm gonna take, this is broken a little bit, but I think that might have been my fault because I dropped my Walmart bag when I got home. So I don't know if that's like, if the palette was already like broken on the hinge or if that was from me. But moving on, I'm gonna take this like olivey emerald shimmer shade. I'm taking that on the smudger brush and I'm gonna run that underneath. It's a pretty color. I'm thinking with here, I probably shouldn't have brought the dark green up as much as I did because it did get like a little muddy in there, but it's not too bad. It almost just turns like with the orange and the green mixing together, just turned it almost into like a cool dark brown. So just definitely be careful with the certain colors that you mix together. But if you just use color theory like the color wheel, just know that like colors that are close to complementary colors, if you mix them together, are going to neutralize each other out. So just be careful of that when you're blending your shades together. And then I'm going to take this golden shade right here we're going to buff that out a little bit more. I'm going to take my 224 and I'm going to take that orange shade. I'm just going to lightly buff it on the outer edges right here, just to give like a hint more warmth. And I kind of brought it, almost like circled it around the outer corner of the eye, being careful to not really mix it in with the green, but just like kiss the outside of it, just to kind of like tie the whole eye together. You can kind of see like the difference out here versus here. And there's not like the full smoothness with the green right there, but again, I couldn't blend it out too much because the more I blended it in with the orange, the more muddy it became. So if you're doing a look with, I think, just the green and the yellow, you'll be able to buff it out a little bit more. But even considering, I think it still looks pretty nice. I've been drinking this new Cabernet lately. Well, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. It's by Joel Gott. It's from California, 2015, $20. CJ and I went out to dinner at this amazing restaurant and they had this wine and I got it and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then I found it in our local grocery store and I think I'm on like my second or third bottle since then because I just absolutely love it. If you're like a red person, if you love red wine and you like Cabernets, you gotta try that. Alright, let's highlight using this lightest shade right here. I'm gonna take that on my 239 brush from MAC. But you could take that little smudger brush too if you just like wiped off the shadow on like a paper towel or something. Look at that pigment. I'm like thoroughly impressed by this. Like, I'm actually really shocked at how much I like this. I thought I was gonna hate this palette. I was like prepared to not like it. Color me impressed. I fucking love this thing. Alright, let me add on my brows and lashes, and then I'll be right back to finish off the look with you guys so you can get an idea of what kind of like blush and lip pairing you could do with this kind of eye. Alright guys, so I added some Beehive lashes on from Kiss. I think these ones are new. I do like them. For some reason this one is kind of sitting like weird on my eyes at the end. I don't know why, but they're still very pretty. And we're moving on because this look is not about the lashes, it's about that eyeshadow palette. Alright, anyways, so I'm going to finish off my look using a little bit of Melba blush from MAC and maybe a little bit of, I think this is Peaches. And then for a deeper skin tone, you could totally finish off the look using something like Burnt Pepper. And then, because I'm finally tan for the first time in a very long time, yes, this is me tan, I'm going to go in with my Champagne Pop highlighter from Becca because I love this highlighter, but it's too dark for me when I'm my normal color. So I hope it's not too dark for me right now. Well, it's still a little dark, but I can still kind of get away with it right now. More than I normally can. Too dark for me on my cheekbones. I can still use it in like the center of my face to add like that glow. But you can kind of see how it creates just like a tiny strip right there, just because the under eye needs to be like a little bit more highlighted to lift it up, whereas this, because it's slightly too dark and the light doesn't shine directly on it unless I turn my head, it creates almost like a darker cast, but I'm just going to mix in a little bit of Pearl from Becca just to brighten it up a little bit. And for the lip, I'm going to use the color Los Angeles from NYX lip liner. And then the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. Alright guys, now this is our finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me give you my final thoughts, even though you probably already know what they are. I absolutely love this. I 100% approve. I mean, you can't beat an $8 palette. I mean, come on. This is just absolutely stunning. I'm so impressed, even with just the colors that I used. I just absolutely love it. And I think I might pick up a few more palettes. When I was in the store, I was thinking of buying like a few because they were only $8, and I was like, well, let me try one. I'll get the one that like kind of like appeals to me the most, and then if I like it, I'll go and pick up the others. So I think I'm definitely gonna do that because I'm like really blown away. And I know on my channel I don't use a lot of drugstore makeup, and I feel like it's hard to find like good drugstore eyeshadow, and I'm really impressed by this, and I think they did a really great job. So if you have like access to Rimmel where you are, definitely check these out. If I were you, I would absolutely pick one up because it's definitely worth the $8. Alright guys, I just want to thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!